In quantitative market microstructure, the fundamental dichotomy of execution revolves around a strict trade-off, paying the spread for immediate liquidity versus enduring Q uncertainty. This is not merely a conceptual choice, it is mathematically formalized as the cost of patience versus the cost of crossing the spread. When an algorithm submits an aggressive market order, it guarantees execution but deterministically incurs the half-spread penalty. Let us formalize the expected value of a market order, denoted as E(MO). It equates to the mid-price minus the half-spread, minus the deterministic exchange-taker fees. Conversely, a passive limit order introduces a probabilistic execution framework, driven by Q dynamics. The expected value of a limit order, E(LO), is intrinsically tied to the probability of execution, modeled as a function of Q position. If the passive order executes, the algorithm captures the half-spread and potential maker rebates, functioning as the ultimate reward for patience. However, patience fatally exposes the execution strategy to toxic order flow and adversarial momentum. If the market moves against the resting order, we suffer from mathematically quantifiable adverse selection. When the probability of execution approaches zero, the limit order becomes a dead asset, trapping quantitative capital. Paradoxically, when execution probability is extremely high, it often correlates with a toxic sweep where the price crashes through our level. Therefore, the critical optimization problem for any execution infrastructure is finding the precise mathematical boundary condition. We define this indifference boundary as the exact state where the cost of crossing the spread strictly equals the expected loss from non-execution. In sub-microsecond C++ matching engine models, this decision matrix is evaluated continuously. Let us visualize the physical manifestation of this across the limit order book. We observe the best bid and best ask, separated by the microprice continuum representing the spread cost. As realized volatility spikes, the value of the immediate execution guarantee rises, aggressively compressing the viability region of passive orders. The relationship is highly nonlinear. The execution probability decays exponentially as the real-time Q position increases. We map this exponential decay utilizing a Poisson-driven arrival intensity model for aggressive takers. If the aggressive arrival rate lambda is low, the cost of waiting becomes statistically prohibitive for any quantitative portfolio. Ultimately, maximizing portfolio alpha requires a dynamic, deterministic state machine oscillating between providing liquidity and aggressive taking. Moving beyond the naive abstraction of price and quantity, a limit order is a highly complex C++ data structure. In sub-microsecond matching engines, an order object encapsulates critical metadata dictating its strict lifecycle. Let us deconstruct the true anatomy of a limit order message as it traverses the fix protocol. The primary temporal constraint assigned to any order is the time in force, universally known as TIF. A standard day order persists in the book until the session terminates, posing severe latency arbitrage risks. Therefore, in high-frequency alpha strategies, we exclusively deploy immediate or cancel, or IOC directives. An IOC order sweeps available deterministic liquidity and instantaneously cancels any unfilled residual quantity. The fill or kill, or FOK, is mathematically stricter. It mandates 100% execution of the requested size, or immediate termination. Beyond temporal duration, quantitative engineers must optimize the order's spatial visibility within the limit order book. Institutional block trading relies heavily on reserve, or Iceberg, orders to mathematically mask execution intent. An Iceberg algorithm explicitly bifurcates the total capital into a displayed peak size and a hidden reserve. When the aggressive taker consumes the displayed tranche, the exchange engine deterministically replenishes it from the hidden pool. Crucially, each replenishment receives a fresh microsecond timestamp, stripping the order of its previous price-time priority. This generates a nonlinear optimization problem, minimizing market impact versus maintaining execution queue priority. Another paramount structural flag is the post-only instruction, heavily utilized by algorithmic market makers. A post-only order strictly prohibits crossing the bid-ask spread, algorithmically guaranteeing the capture of the maker rebate. If a post-only payload evaluates to immediately lock or cross the market, the matching engine fundamentally rejects it. Let us formalize the Iceberg order replenishment sequence mathematically. The total hidden liquidity vector, V, equals the sum of the visible peak, V_P, and the absolute hidden reserve, V_H. Upon depletion, the hidden size is decrement by the peak size, dynamically regenerating the visible quote. Mastering these granular, deterministic parameters separates amateur retail execution from institutional quantitative infrastructure. In a standard first-in first-out, or FIFO, limit order book, time priority is the ultimate arbiter of execution probability. When a passive limit order is submitted, it is deterministically appended to the back of the queue at the specified price level. This strict geometric reality dictates that our order's initial queue position defines its absolute latency disadvantage. Every order resting ahead of us represents a structural execution barrier that must be cleared by aggressive taker flow. We mathematically model these queue dynamics as a continuous time stochastic process. Let lambda represent the arrival intensity of aggressive market orders consuming visible liquidity. Conversely, let theta represent the cancellation rate of passive orders currently resting ahead of us. Our real-time queue position dynamically evolves as the negative integral of these two stochastic variables. As our queue position approaches zero, execution probability converges towards certainty, barring total price level depletion. However, the mere passage of time introduces a severe and often fatal structural risk, time priority decay. Time is never a neutral variable in quantitative microstructure, it is highly correlated with information leakage. The longer an order rests unexecuted, the higher the mathematical probability that the true fundamental price has shifted against us. If the predictive alpha signal decays faster than the physical queue advances, the resting order becomes fundamentally toxic. We define this threshold as the alpha decay rate, aggressively penalizing the expected value of a stale quantitative quote. Consequently, execution probability is nonlinear, it decays exponentially in relation to the initial depth of the queue. At the absolute back of a deep, highly populated queue, the probability of execution asymptotically approaches zero. In this state, the deployed capital is essentially locked and generates zero return on latency. Institutional market makers utilize sophisticated queue-jumping architectures to entirely bypass this structural latency penalty. Deploying ultra-low latency FPGA hardware, they continuously cancel and replace orders in sub-nanosecond intervals. This localized high-frequency manipulation creates a deceptive queue state, a hyperactive mirage of liquidity. Ultimately, optimizing queue position mandates predicting the short-term volume profile and rigorously managing the time-in-force limits. To rigorously model execution probability in quantitative microstructure, we must abstract the limit order book into a formal stochastic framework. We immediately transition from discrete empirical observations to continuous time point processes. The fundamental engine driving passive order execution is the arrival of aggressive market orders. We model these aggressive arrivals using a homogeneous Poisson point process. Let lambda denote the constant arrival intensity, representing the expected number of taker orders per millisecond. A defining mathematical characteristic of the Poisson process is its memoryless property. The probability of a taker order arriving in the next microsecond is entirely independent of the time elapsed since the last arrival. This independence simplifies the complex reality of market microstructure into a tractable, deterministic analytical model. Let us formalize the probability mass function, or PMF, of this stochastic process. The probability of observing exactly k aggressive orders in a given time interval t is defined by the Poisson equation. It equals e to the negative lambda t, multiplied by lambda t to the power of k, divided by k factorial. For our resting limit order to execute, the number of aggressive arrivals, k, must equal or exceed our initial queue position, q. Therefore, the execution probability before a time horizon t is the cumulative sum of the Poisson probabilities from k equals q to infinity. Equivalently, it is 1 minus the cumulative distribution function evaluated up to q minus 1. This powerful formulation explicitly links the deterministic spatial queue size with the stochastic time domain. However, real-world limit order books are rarely homogeneous. The parameter lambda is never a static constant. During macroeconomic data releases or structural regime shifts, lambda exhibits extreme volatility clustering. To capture this, elite matching engines upgrade the model to an inhomogeneous Poisson process, where lambda becomes a dynamic function of time. Furthermore, Hawkes processes are frequently overlaid to mathematically model the self-exciting nature of algorithmic order flow. The arrival of a massive institutional taker order instantaneously spikes the probability of subsequent taker orders sweeping in the same direction. Ultimately, precisely estimating and predicting the real-time lambda matrix is the primary determinant of alpha generation in automated market making. In quantitative market making, the execution of a passive limit order is not inherently a cause for celebration. Paradoxically, the very act of being filled often implies that our fundamental pricing model was critically flawed. This structural phenomenon is mathematically formalized as adverse selection, often colloquially termed the winner's curse. When we deploy a resting limit order at the bid, we are offering a deeply deterministic option to the entire market. An aggressive taker will only exercise this liquidity option if their localized alpha signal dictates that the true price is lower. Consequently, the moment our bid is swept, the conditional expectation of the asset's future price is immediately revised downwards. We can define this rigorously by analyzing the post-trade price markout matrix. Let P fill be the exact microsecond price at which our resting liquidity was consumed. Let P true evaluated at T plus tau represent the theoretical fundamental mid-price at some future horizon. If the mathematical expectation of the true price given an execution event is strictly less than our fill price, we suffer adverse selection. The aggressive flow executing against us possessed a superior informational advantage or a faster localized latency profile. They crossed the spread precisely because they calculated that our quoted price was structurally stale. To combat this, elite execution algorithms continuously model the short-term directional toxicity of the order flow. One primary quantitative metric utilized is the order flow imbalance, or OFI, computed across multiple depth levels. If a massive volume of aggressive sell orders arrives, the OFI heavily skews negative, signaling imminent downward price pressure. A naive market maker ignores this deterministic signal, proudly capturing the spread as their bids are repeatedly filled. However, the subsequent post-trade mark-to-market valuation immediately reveals a severe capital drawdown. Sophisticated systems mathematically predict this toxicity using machine learning classifiers or Bayesian updating mechanisms. Upon detecting an elevated probability of adverse selection, the algorithm instantaneously triggers a defensive quote fade. We aggressively cancel or shift our resting limit orders deeper into the book, refusing to subsidize informed directional takers. Ultimately, surviving the winner's curse requires accepting that unexecuted orders are often the most profitable decisions a model can make. Bridging the gap between theoretical market microstructure and practical implementation requires constructing a deterministic matching engine. While institutional platforms execute entirely in sub-microsecond C++, Python serves as an exceptional environment for prototyping limit order book dynamics. Let us architect a simplified, yet structurally accurate, Level 2 limit order book simulation in Python. The foundational requirement of any matching engine is maintaining absolute price-time priority across all resting liquidity. To achieve this, we must select data structures that offer optimal algorithmic time complexity for insertions and best price queries. A naive approach utilizing flat arrays would result in a catastrophic big O of n time complexity for price level sorting. Instead, the standard architecture employs a dual structure paradigm, hash maps linked to doubly linked lists or red-black trees. In our Python simulation, we approximate this by utilizing standard dictionary objects to map discrete price levels to Python deconstructs. The dictionary provides a strictly big O of one temporal access constraint to any specific target price level. Simultaneously, the dec, representing the FIFO queue at that level, allows for big O of one append and pop left operations. Let us explicitly formalize the instantiation of an ordered data object within this quantitative system. A single order node must encapsulate an immutable order ID, the execution direction, the limit price, the size, and a nanosecond timestamp. When an aggressive taker order arrives, the matching loop must recursively evaluate the opposing side of the limit book. If it is a market by order, the engine traverses to the best ask price, extracting the liquidity strictly at the front of the queue. If the resting order's size strictly exceeds the taker's demanded volume, a partial fill is generated, and the resting size is decrement. Conversely, if the taker exhausts the price level entirely, the engine deletes the dictionary key and traverses to the next sequential best ask. This recursive algorithmic consumption physically models the microstructure concept of crossing the spread and walking the book. However, we must strictly acknowledge the architectural limitations of the Python runtime for live, production-grade execution. Python's global interpreter lock, or GIL, and its dynamic object typing overhead introduce severe, non-deterministic latency spikes. Garbage collection pauses alone can span milliseconds, rendering pure Python completely unviable for high-frequency trading infrastructure. Therefore, Python is strictly reserved for quantitative research, backtesting, and reinforcement learning environments, before cross-compiling the final logic into bare metal C++. We have mathematically deconstructed the fundamental execution dichotomy at the core of quantitative market microstructure. The architecture of any serious trading algorithm must continuously weigh the deterministic cost of immediate liquidity against the stochastic risk of passive queues. Aggressive market orders guarantee absolute execution, but they mechanically strip the portfolio of the half-spread and taker fees. In highly volatile regimes or momentum-driven alpha models, this execution certainty is a mandatory tax to prevent catastrophic signal decay. Conversely, passive limit orders capture the spread and exchange maker rebates, serving as the bedrock of market-making infrastructure. Yet, as we have rigorously modeled, this patience fatally exposes the deployed capital to extreme adverse selection and the winner's curse. The mathematical probability of execution decays exponentially as the required queue position increases against the Poisson arrival intensity. Furthermore, the true fundamental price is never a static variable while our limit order rests exposed in the limit order book. If the real-time order flow imbalance strongly indicates a massive directional sweep, our resting liquidity becomes computationally toxic. Therefore, elite execution routers deploy dynamic, highly optimized state machines, toggling between maker and taker architectures in microseconds. When the predictive alpha signal is rapidly decaying, the router algorithmically crosses the spread, happily paying the premium for speed. When the signal is persistent and local volatility is strongly mean reverting, the algorithm heavily favors passive queue capitalization. The exact threshold dividing these states is the indifference boundary, where the expected value of a limit order perfectly equals a market order. Calculating this dynamic boundary requires continuous matrix evaluations of Hawk's processes and order flow toxicity classifiers. Ultimately, high-frequency trading is not merely about predicting the future mid-price of an arbitrary financial asset. It is fundamentally a rigorous optimization problem of structural implementation shortfall and extreme latency arbitrage. A deep neural network with superior directional forecasting power will aggressively bleed capital if its underlying execution logic is flawed. Subsidizing informed, directional institutional flow through naive, static limit order placement is a mathematically guaranteed path to portfolio ruin. Mastering the limit versus market trade-off is the invisible quantitative alpha that irrevocably separates retail execution from institutional dominance. This formalizes our extensive architectural deep dive into limit order engineering and microstructure queue dynamics. Stay algorithmic.